In this episode of Flick Movie News, will Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice become the most expensive movie ever made? I don't care if the movie cost $1 billion, as long as we never have to see this again. Hey there guys, how are you? I wanted to let you know this episode of Movie News is brought to you by Full Sail University. That's right, Movie News has sponsors because we don't have a $410 million budget like Batman v Superman, which we'll talk about in just 1 second. Have you ever thought about becoming a filmmaker? I've always wanted to make a movie about surfers who rob banks. Yeah, technically that movie already exists, but I want to make one just like it. In the online digital cinematography bachelor's program, you'll be provided with a high-level digital video camera. Students also receive a MacBook Pro preloaded with all the latest software found in the industry. Grads of Full Sail have went on to work on such feature films as Gravity. They also offer a film production master's degree program and creative writing degree programs. Full Sail offers degree programs in other industries such as gaming and music. If you guys are into filmmaking, click the link down below in the description box. It might be the option for you. It's being reported that the budget for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice has risen to $410 million. And that puts my most anticipated movie of 2016 on par to be the most expensive movie ever made. And just judging by the trailers for Batman v Superman, the movie just looks expensive. Now let's take a look at the current most expensive movies ever made. At number 5, you have Tangled, a hot chick with blonde hair that just looks like a good time. That cost $260 million. At number 4, you have John Carter, which cost $263 million. Disney lost a shit ton of money on that. At number 3, you have Avengers: Age of Ultron, which cost $279 million. At number 2, you have Pirates of the Caribbean: At World's End, which cost $300 million. And ranking in at number 1 as the most expensive movie ever made is Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Pirate movies, they're not cheap to make. Okay, let's get back to Batman. So if the budget for this movie is $410 million, that means the movie roughly has to make $1.2 billion, or 3 times its budget, to be considered profitable. Now keep in mind, that's more money than any of the other Batman films have ever made. That includes The Dark Knight. But you know what? The title of the movie says it all. Batman v Superman. We've never seen that before. So in my expert opinion, and by expert, I mean a guy in a room making YouTube videos at 4 o'clock in the morning, all hopped up on energy drinks right now. Yeah, I wasn't lying. I think Batman v Superman will have no problem making $1.2 billion and then some. And also, just having Batman in the title of the movie will bring in close to $1 billion on its own. But then you add Superman to that, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, you throw them all in the mix, yeah, the movie's gonna make a shit ton of money. And that's even if the movie's a big bloated mess. But imagine if the movie's really good, which I hope it is, the positive word of mouth will spread to the masses like wildfire, and everyone else will go see the movie. And let's face it, fanboys like myself will probably go see the movie 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times. Depending on how lonely I am that week, I might see it 7 times. I'm not quite sure yet. Why am I fucking lying? I'm going to go see the movie 12 times, and I stand by that, if it's good. Now, in all seriousness, there's a lot of factors that go into the massive budget of this film. This film features a huge ensemble cast, and all these actors have to get paid salaries. Then there was extended principal photography, which lasted from May 2014 to December 2014. And then you have to factor in the massive amounts of visual effects. And then you have the one thing a lot of people forget when they're talking about budgets to movies, and that's marketing. Marketing costs a lot of money. Once again, this movie's being reported at costing $410 million. Just think about that for a second. Not even Bruce Wayne could afford to make this movie. Well, yeah, technically he could, but Lucius Fox would advise against it. Mr. Wayne, this movie costs too much money. That's my Morgan Freeman impression. Let's continue on. Now here are my final flicking thoughts on all of this movie news. If Batman v Superman does indeed cost $410 million, I think that's money well spent. Because if this movie sets the foundation for every upcoming Warner Brothers DC comic book movie, well, I'd say they made the right choice by making the first movie really good and putting a lot of money into it to make it as good as possible. Alright guys, so that's my take on this movie news. Now here's my question to you, and let me know down below, what do you think about all this? And do you think Batman v Superman will make enough money to cover its budget? How much money do you think this movie will make? Yeah, leave your thoughts, your opinions down below, and if you haven't already, please make sure you check out my last couple videos I put up, such as my last movie news video where we talk about the Hulk being in Thor 3 Ragnarok, and my Goosebumps movie review. As always guys, thanks for watching. Click that subscribe button if you want to, and I'll see you next time.